What is going on, guys? BriarRabbit here, and today I was over at GameStop and I was actually rejiggering some pre-orders for Call of Duty Ghosts. I was also selling an Xbox 360 to, contribute some money toward my PlayStation 4 purchase. And the GameStop employee said, "Hey, did you know that we had DualShock 4s here?" I said, "No." He said, "You want to buy one?" I said, "Yes." So here it is. We got it. It's in our hands, and I'm going to open it up here for you. I'm going to check it out and tell you what I think of it right off the bat. So let's open this sucker up. Not a whole lot goes into a controller packaging. So, I guess it's an unboxing video, but really what I want to do is kind of give you guys my first impressions. So let's open this sucker up. I'm sure there's not much to this packaging. There is a manual in here. Who cares? All right. So this is actually the first time I've had a PlayStation 4 controller to, put in my own hands. So here is a DualShock 3 to kind of show you the size difference. And I got to say, this is a lot bigger, isn't it? So I've had a few minutes to kind of check this thing out, and I gotta say I'm pretty impressed with it so far. It feels more comfortable in my hand than what this is, the DualShock 3 controller. I like how this is longer and more rounded. The DualShock 3 felt a little sharp in my hand. It felt a little small in my hand always. The DualShock 4, it just feels a little bigger, a little more bulky. And it just feels good to me. I'm pretty impressed with it. I like the thumbsticks. Initially, I wasn't too enthusiastic about these ridges around the thumbstick. I always liked the DualShock 3 thumbsticks. They just felt good to me. The new ones, I gotta say, I've changed my mind. They feel pretty good to me. There's a little more resistance to them. They move a little less far than the DualShock 3, so there's actually a little less travel here. But I like them so far. Now, obviously, I haven't played a game with them yet, but just kind of messing around with the controller, I think it feels pretty comfortable. You can see it did come powered up, but it's got nothing to connect to, so it just kind of turns itself back off. The triggers, I like these triggers. They feel like a cross between the DualShock 3 with these kind of mushy triggers and the Xbox 360. I like them. They feel good. It's a nice, easy press. Your finger doesn't slip off the back like it did with the DualShock 3. The shoulder buttons feel, just like they should. They feel like they're in the right place, easy to hit. I like the D-pad. I always like the D-pad on this PlayStation 3 as well, so it's not a big deal. Actually, this one feels like a little easier to move around. I think I like it even better. The button presses for these buttons over on the side, they feel a little different. There's not as much travel to them. So hopefully they're a little quicker to respond. And the touchpad is smoother than I expected. It looks like it's going to be more of a texture. There's a little bit of a texture, but it feels nice. It feels good. There's a bit of a button there. It feels a little mushy, not real clicky. These buttons are probably a little more clicky, and these are pretty clicky. You can hear those. I don't know. Can you hear those? But yeah, they're a little clicky. I like this. There's a speaker grill right there. On the back, you can see that this is actually a textured plastic, and it feels nice. It's not as, kind of plain feeling to your hand as the DualShock 3. Overall, obviously, I haven't played a game with it at all, but it feels like an improvement to the DualShock 3. I like it quite a bit. So that's going to wrap up this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.